This is a test stream to see if TikTok wants to mess around with the unoriginal content system. So I'm running it with no music whatsoever and just seeing what it does. So say hello if you want to. This is a test stream. Just that lady's humming to trigger something. Alright, let's put some sails out. Too much. Sally Four. Hello, this is Laser Plays Music. We do Let's Plays. But we replace the soundtrack live. This is a test stream though. So music should not be happening at the moment. Because the last time I did see Thieves, TikTok decided it was unoriginal content and limited it, so I'm testing it with absolutely no music and just seeing what happens. This is a test-only stream. Feel free to say hi. Testing the music in a little bit. I just gotta give it some time before I do any music tests. When I'm ready, I will test some music. Welcome in. This is a test stream. So good. Let's see. Drop the anchor here. So now let's see, if I queue up my pre-recorded music here and see if I keep an eye on specifically TikTok. Okay. far, nothing saying anything about limitation. Let's go ahead and start our first track. All the music you hear is provided by the Roland FA06 keyboard. It is definitely original and written by me. And if the TikTok algorithm thinks otherwise, hopefully I will figure that out pretty quickly when I start this track, which is directly on the keyboard. So let me go ahead and cue that track. Again, this is a test-only stream to see what TikTok thinks it needs to limit, and then if I have to appeal it, because it's clearly my music. So far, just playing the game isn't doing anything, so that's good at least. Right now, it hasn't limited me yet, so let's cue our first track and see if it limits what it says. So this is my music playing right now, but it is a very, I could see how TikTok could potentially think that this is somebody else's music because it sounds like other music, but it's my keyboard, my sound effects, and I didn't take it directly from anything. Wait and see if it thinks it's recognizing anything. We're just keeping an eye on TikTok to see if it reacts. Just want to keep a close eye on it. Again, this is a test stream, testing TikTok to see if it thinks my music is somebody else's. This is coming from the Roland FA06 keyboard, pre-recorded by me. So far, it hasn't said anything about limitation, so again, welcome in. This is a test stream. We're testing TikTok to see what it does. I got Sea of Thieves running. This is supposed to be a soundtrack that I wrote that's relevant to the game. But the last time we did a TikTok stream, I got limited because it thought it recognized it as somebody else's content. So far, so good though. Maybe this track is okay. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and turn this one off and trigger a new track. Alright, so that was track number 1. Which nothing has changed on TikTok, so. Let's see. I'm just gonna pull up my profile here. Just double check that I don't see anything weird. I just want to verify multiple areas of the app to see if anything's out of the ordinary. Go to rules and guidelines to see if I have any active restrictions. So, okay, so there's currently no active restrictions, so it should be okay. So we're going to cue the second song. Again, this is all original content made by Laserblade Music. It is relevant to the game, and it's on the Roland FA06 keyboard. But again, the last stream was limited because it thought it recognized it as somebody else's content. Here's track number 2. This would be really weird if it thought this was somebody else's content. heck it will think this is somebody else's. Just keep an eye on TikTok. So far, so good. So far, nothing is acting up on TikTok. I think this track is safe, so just don't know where. Okay, we're gonna trigger track number 3. Alright, here's track number 3. Let's see what TikTok does. The funny thing about music is you have an AI system and it has a huge pool to draw from of all copyrighted music, and because it has such a large pool to draw from, it can easily make mistakes. So I feel like with that being a factor, can be why I got limited last time. But so far it's not acting up. So I don't know. It's not detecting anything weird yet. So who knows? Well, in the meantime, you still get to enjoy this music when you check it out later, because I'll probably still post this test stream just so that people can view it and listen to the music if they want. But it's still Laser Blade music after all. Okay then. So far, TikTok hasn't detected anything. Call that track safe for now. And I'll go ahead and move on to track number 4. Again, this is a test stream. We're testing out TikTok because it didn't like something the last time. And I don't know what it didn't like. So we're going to trigger track number 5. See what it does. This one's just basic acoustic guitars. I don't know why this would get triggered. Alright, yes. Welcome in. This is a test stream, Laser Blade music. We're testing out TikTok's reaction to my music, because last stream got limited for some reason. It still hasn't happened yet, so I don't know what track it didn't like. So I haven't quite nailed that down as to what TikTok is doing last time. Let's move on to the next track. This is all music that's written, recorded by Laserblade on the Roland FS6 keyboard. So it's definitely original. I'm not directly playing music from either Pirates of the Caribbean or Sea of Thieves or anything of the sort. It's all original. Kind of just on the fly. Typically I just find some instrumentation that sounds good. I'll just play the music basically. Kind of based on the feeling, the setting. And the goal is to have it relevant to the game, so. So this particular track is supposed to kind of channel in the ghosts of the sea. Feel free to follow if you like the music, if you like the gameplay. We do Oblivion, we do Halo. We've done The Sims in the past, and for all those, Laserblade provides the music live, right here on this keyboard. If you look to the right, I got my sampler. That's where I trigger my tracks that I've recorded. That's how that works. So far, TikTok hasn't detected anything. Let's go ahead and trigger the next track. So far, TikTok hasn't freaked out, so I don't know. I'm still baffled. I'm gonna check for limitations again directly on TikTok. So far nothing. Not seeing any restrictions or anything of the sort. I'm gonna double check OBS real quick. We're still in the green, so that's fine. Okay. Well, I have no idea. I think this track is almost the same thing. Yeah, there's no reason to test out. Well, let me go back to track number 1 because that one, I do believe track number 1 may be the one that TikTok doesn't like, and I already played it once. Maybe it's just if I'm talking over the part that he thinks is copyrighted. Doesn't catch it. It's all original though. I wrote it all. I recorded it on my keyboard. So it's most certainly my music. We're gonna play this one through and then that'll be the end of the stream. Because this is just a test stream. Okay. So feel free to say hi. I don't bite. But it is just a test stream. Just to see what TikTok does about my music. So far, so good though. Yeah, I don't get it. Part of the reason I have to test it though is because I have to assume that I want to stream, and if I catch that it's freaking out again, I'll know what music triggered it. Honestly, I think the music's pretty. Sometimes I amaze myself. But so far, TikTok's not freaking out, so I don't know. I still don't know what happened. Yeah, this was 2 days ago. I streamed Sea of Thieves, and for whatever reason, TikTok didn't like it. It said I posted unoriginal content. So I was trying to figure out what was the cause. Thank you for the like. Welcome in, Preston. This is a test stream. We're testing specifically the music, which is from my keyboard here with our pre-recorded loops. Got a notification that we had a limitation placed on the stream, and it's just kind of like, well, I want to enjoy the game, and what I do is I create the soundtrack for the games myself. So I mean, more or less, I just have a looper going, I have my studio set going, I record something that feels relevant to what's going on. For some reason it got limited on TikTok, so I haven't exactly figured out what that's about, but oh yeah, for sure, I appreciate that. Yeah, I try to make music that's relevant to the game, so it didn't happen to me when I did Halo. I was doing Halo the other week, so I have my Halo tracks. And TikTok didn't have any issue with that. Like right here is some Halo, because I have different banks. On each bank I have different themes. Although this one lends itself to Sea of Thieves as well. This one's definitely more Halo-esque. And TikTok didn't have any problem with this music. Anybody who's played Halo recognize at least that it sounds similar to Halo. Very sci-fi-esque. Yeah, none of those streams got limited, so I don't know. And the same thing when I was doing my Oblivion stream. When I was doing Oblivion stream, I have tons of different tracks. Really none of those tracks got red flagged. But all in all, it seems so far, I don't know, because I just replayed all the tracks that we played 2 streams ago, and they are not having the same issue. So. That is going to wrap it up for our test stream. I've done both the game, and I've played the same tracks that we played 2 days ago. And nothing's getting limited, so I don't know what triggered it. Just means I'm going to have to pay close attention. So the next time I do my official stream, which will be tomorrow, Sunday, we stream Wednesdays and Sundays. So we'll do the official stream tomorrow, and hopefully by this test stream I can see that I shouldn't get limited, because I've played all the tracks and it hasn't said anything about unoriginal content, so I almost think it somehow picked up main menu music or something. It's hard to say, because if it picked up the main menu music, it might have done it at that point. With that, I will go ahead and end stream. This was just a test stream. Thanks to those who jumped in and watched for a bit. You can check out the legit stream tomorrow. So that'll do it for Laser Blade Music. Have a good day. Thank you.